Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today's video is going to be all about contouring. We're going to go over the basics of contouring. We're going to go over face shapes, and we're also going to talk about coloring and why it's so important in contouring and highlighting. So pull up a seat, take out your pen and pad, take down some notes, because I promise this video is going to be chock full of tips, tricks, and advice that I feel would be so beneficial for everybody when it comes to highlighting and contouring. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. It means so much to me that I'm able to come out here and share my passion for makeup with all of you. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe for more tips, tricks, tutorials, anything and everything that's makeup related. I have a bunch of videos planned out for you guys. My next one is going to be a Loreal Pro 2 tutorial, so stay tuned for that. So with that, let's get this video started. 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 A lot of times when we go apply our foundation, what that does is just mattify the whole face. It creates one flat dimension. So to recreate the natural contours of our face, we use light and shadow to do that. It would be the center of your face, the tips of our nose, and our eyes, and our lips. If I just move a little bit, you can kind of see where the light naturally hits my face. It's down the nose, over my cheekbones, my forehead, and even the lips. You can even tell. When we go to apply our highlighting products, that's where we're going to apply those products. If I just step back a little bit and I start moving back and forth, you can see just a shade right here, and taking it up towards that side, right? So that's where we're going to apply the contour. The sun just creates a shadow on this side as well by our jawline. So this, I already know when I apply my contour, it's going to be in this area. I have a wider set forehead. So when I go to add my contour, I'm going to add a little heavier contour to recede that. Because what the contouring does, it kind of just takes everything back. The same thing with nose shapes. We all have different noses. We all have different nose shapes. Me, I have a roundness on, I have a pudgy tip of my nose. What I like to do is bring it down even further, because that's just gonna create a shadow there. It's not a one size fits all. The reason I'm saying this is because I want you to get comfortable with the dimensions of your face. We're all beautiful in our own way. So peel back your hair, pull up a mirror, and just really take a good look. That's going to be the best tip that I can give you throughout this whole video. Once you get comfortable with the dimensions of your face, every time you go to apply the highlighting and contour, it's going to work. Every time. Contouring products will probably be more cool toned, like this one here in Anastasia's contour palette. It's going to mimic the shadows of our own face and look the most natural. Bronzers, here's an example. This is Casino by Nars. Tend to have a little more red undertones to them, and the reason that is because it's really meant to warm up the skin, versus a contouring product which is meant to recreate a natural shadow in our face. Deciding to use a contouring product over a bronzing product to contour is really personal preference. If I'm working on a client, I would use products that I know are going to create the softest, most natural shadows. But on day-to-day, I use bronzers and contouring shadows interchangeably. I'm going to be showing you a couple of options from the drugstore if you don't have the Bobbi Brown foundation that I'm going to be using in the video. This is a really good option from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline foundation stick. It's really similar to the Bobbi Brown one. And here they are side by side. So if you don't have this, this is a great alternative. This is a concealer stick by Loreal from their True Match line. This is a neutral shade in N678. I'm pretty much out. This is all I used before I got the Bobbi Brown. This is a perfect example of what is warm for my skin, but I make it work because I really like how it blends out. This is the area, this is where my cheekbones are, where has the most shadow. So I'm gonna create a line right there. And I'm gonna create a line like that. I don't want you guys to take this line all the way down. The most flattering place to stop is typically right there. So if you just take an imaginary line down to here, you know that you're not gonna go past this point. On my forehead, as I mentioned earlier, I got a big one. All right, which I'm fine with. So I'm just gonna create a couple of lines. That's the area I'm gonna shape. If you have too much of a defined jaw, you can round it out by creating a C. We have a natural shadow under here. So I want to emphasize that. It'll help to make the bottom lip look a lot fuller. We can make it seem like we have lip injections when we don't. And my favorite part is the nose. And all this is going to do is really define our features, guys. Okay, so I'm just taking this to give the illusion that I have a straighter nose. Or a less rounded nose. You're probably saying, Kathy, why do you have me looking like a wreck right now? I don't have any foundation on and I just have marks all over my face. If you've seen my last videos, you've seen that I tend to contour on top. I just want to show you guys that there's different ways of doing it, and a lot of times when we do it this way, where we apply the contour and highlight first, it comes out the most natural and we use less product. There's a boatload of highlighting and concealing products on the market. For the purpose of this video, I chose a couple products. The first one being the Nars Creamy Concealer. This one is in the shade Custard. I do apply a moisturizer before applying this, or for me, I find that it's a little drying. Next, I have Maybelline's Fit Me. I use this in my rose gold drugstore tutorial. If you guys haven't checked that out, then I'll link it somewhere in the video. Last but not least, I have a MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. This one is in NC 25. This is the most long wearing on me, and I love the finish on this. So I'm gonna use the MAC one. And I'm gonna take a pump of that. The great thing about this product is that a little bit goes a long way. With a clean fingertip, I'm just gonna apply that in this triangle formation. Bring some down the sides of the nose, because that's where women get hormonally red, around the mouth too. Just to get rid of any redness or anything that we have going on there. So now that we're looking like that, we can take any leftover and apply it on our chin. For a highlighter, I'm just gonna use Maybelline's Dream Lumi. That's attractive, isn't it? And then here. Oh yeah. There we go. Perfect. Let's kind of add a little more highlight. How are we gonna blend this out? That's what you're probably asking, right? I'm gonna use my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Apply a pump of that. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, just a little bit. So I'm gonna start here on my forehead. I'm gonna use tapping motions here. Blend it into the hairline, guys, so everything is nice and seamless. Okay guys, I'm zooming you in a little closer so you guys can see how I blend out the nose. You guys have seen me do this part in my other videos where I'm just tapping this section here where we've applied our highlighter. I like to take any remainder of the darkness that we have here and just drag it up and out. Just kind of helps everything blend into each other. You can see we use so much more less foundation than we would if we did it the other way around. And it just looks more natural. What I really like about this foundation, it has like just a luminosity to it that's super pretty. I'm gonna use Nyes Banana Powder to set my under eye. Tap off the excess. You don't want to overload your face with it, because then it can start to get cakey. And I'm gonna press that into the skin. I'm gonna go over the places I contoured with my NYC Sunny Bronzer.
This will help seal in all of the cream products we applied and help it stand out just a little bit more. This style of contouring is perfect for pictures. If you guys try it out, I would love to know.
Give this video a big thumbs up if it was helpful for you, and if there's anything else that you guys want to see, please don't hesitate to ask. So with that, I want to send you guys big, huge 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 hugs. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.